guess where I want to come at this issue is somewhat more technical. Even though the observations that many of the parents in the room have brought to light, I have same concerns as a parent. My daughter's 16 in this school district. So I guess I've tried to organize myself so I'll be efficient. Derek, you mentioned road to graduation and that this is the transition time. So when the transition time ends, whenever that is, that this will be now the metric for graduation? Okay, so that needs to be clearly stated to parents because I'm pretty educated about this and that wasn't clear to me. So I'm not asking for a response. Piece that I think also lends to Dr. Saxton's comment about this trying to be a communicative tool to the P20 system to the collegiate aspect is that if this is purely a metric to look at the health of our system, which has been stated numerous times during this discussion, it's being communicated that this is the metric for graduation for our students. And if the ACT, this is what's being communicated and perceived. If our ACT and our SAT are the tools that are equivalent to communicate to the collegiate places that they are meeting the standard, is this become somewhat of a redundancy? Because if the idea is to, and Dr. Saxton indicated that we are able to have no kind of, what was the term that you used, educational course, no developmental course that they have to take, I'm guessing that's going to be more for the trade or the community colleges, because to get into a four-year university, you're going to have to submit a SAT or an ACT to get in unless they come in through the community college door. So again, I'm back to the redundancy concern if this is the metric that we're using to communicate the P12 continuum. The next piece that I observed based upon your discussion is that we have field testing and pilot testing, 25,000 students in the state of Oregon, 2.4 million students from the consortium. That's a pretty darn good sample size, gentlemen. And my question would be, if that information has been used in a stratified random sample, we should have a pretty idea where the equivalent standard should be sitting right about now in terms of what passing looks like. The fact that we don't concerns me as a researcher, and that we're using my daughter, as well as everybody's child in here, as the beta.
Sí. Gracias. Sí. Es verdad.
So I don't know where that 2.4 million student data sample is, how it's been used. I think that's information that is either not being used properly or it wasn't developed in a way that could be used properly. These are just observations from the outsider that doesn't have all of the information before him. The next thing